Hi, it's Matt from Music Radar here. We're here at NAMM 2025 and we're
I
over...
can hardly hear you, Matt. You have to speak up in my ear, my good ear. Say it.
Hi, it's Matt from Music Radar here. We're over at Melbourne Instruments booth at NAMM 2025 and we're here with David.
Hi, it's Matt from Music Radar. I'm here with David. No, sorry, that's
It's the other way around. We are here to hear all about ROTO Control, but before we jump into that, could you just give us a quick little bit of background on Melbourne and your other two synths, just so people are aware?
Melbourne Instruments, motorised, knob control, morph, haptic control. We've got the patents. Our first synth was the 12-voice, 4-part analog synthesizer Nina. Last year we launched Delia hybrid bitimbral 49-key hybrid synth, also with motorised knobs as well, and now we've brought that technology to a Midi controller.
And there's 8 of these knobs, obviously, they're spinning away over there by themselves.
Eight knobs, 8 pages of those knobs, 3 key modes: Midi mode, plug-in mode, and mix mode. Let's get to the machine. Aaron,
Awesome.
over here, mate. I hope you can understand. The English will understand my accent. The Americans might have to use closed caption, okay? So let's come down here.
We'll get a translator in.
Okay, great, thank you. Let's come over and have a look. So here are the three main modes. Let's start with Midi mode. So Midi mode, any Midi compatible hardware or software we can control. If it can spit out CC or receive CC or NPRN, we can control it. It is one very easy one-step Midi learn as well. I've already learned a whole lot of parameters here on the hardware here, the Syntac, the Roland JU, and even some modular gear as well we're controlling here. Quite simply, let's go to a page where there's no assignments. All I need to do is put into learn, touch a knob. I can now enter those values from the unit itself, or all I have to do is simply go, I've got it hooked up to the Syntac here, touch a knob, and you'll see it's already grabbed the channel and the CC assignment. I can change the color on the unit of the display, and now we have control over here of the cutoff frequency, and of course it's bidirectional. Got that? Label default is channel and CC, but with our app we can change the label, we can change the color as well. What we can also do, now Matthew, if you'd like to fill my knob please. No, I mean, yeah, have a feel of that. What we can also do is we can add haptics to that knob and turn it into a switch. So just get your hand off it for a sec, mate. Let's go 5 steps. Now feel that.
Wow, nice.
So what we've done is we've added haptics up to I think 16.
So
now,
it's jumping between each indent.
So we can actually name all those steps and they'll appear up here as well. So I'll just do this very quickly one-handed because I'm a one-handed bandit. Now if you come over here, Aaron, you'll see that the labels are actually, as I click through, it's changing.
Nice.
Like that?
Nice.
Whilst Midi mode is great to control all this stuff, we want to bring motorisation to these knobs that don't have motorisation unless you've got a Nina or a Delia. So what we do is we've added a motion recorder, which means on the first 8 learnt parameters, we've got a Midi phrase recorder for those parameters. And as you can see, we're controlling a whole lot of different parameters here. It's all very one touch. I'll go and erase what we've recorded. We've got internal and external Midi clock as well. Put it into record, twist the knob, put it to record, twist the knob, and keep going. We've got, it'll start up to 64 setups. All can be labeled, and it's all pretty much instant recall as well. Okay. And you've got 8 pages, of course. Let's move on to our other modes. Mix and plug-in mode are dedicated Ableton modes. So let's move to mix.
So it's kind of plug and play with Ableton, right? It'll just work right out of the box.
So in mix mode, it is controlling the audio environment in Ableton. Again, all touch control.
They're touch sensitive too, right?
Absolutely.
So just tap it and it'll,
Yeah, exactly.
without moving the actual,
Correct.
rotating the knob.
Exactly. So the defaults are I've got control over the volume and obviously track activation on and off. That's fully customizable as well. So there's nothing to save on the unit. It will just grab the labels and colors from the active Ableton set. All right, let's go to plug-in mode. Plug-in mode. Let's get to a track that has, Let's go to a plug-in and let's find something we haven't learned. I'm going to clear some things. The reason why I'm clearing that, learn once and it's stored on the machine forever, which means you learn the parameter, you can plug and play any session, any computer, your mate's studio, performing live. There's no setup whatsoever.
Saves you from messing about with the manual MIDI mapping.
Manual? We've only got a quick start guide. You know, you don't need a manual. This is how we learn. So normally in Ableton Live, you have to press MIDI, then assign all this stuff. In Australia, we say, fuck that shit, this is how we do it. Tap learn, touch the knob or button, ready to learn. All I do is move the parameter and it's learnt. So it's learnt not only the parameter, but also the label as well. So in plug-in mode, wherever you navigate, it will snap to the last value, the first plug-in on the chain.
Yeah.
Works with third-party plugins. Question we often get is, what if I've got the same plugin on a different instance? Quite common. Come and have a look over here. We've got the Arturia plugin on these two channels here. And as I change tracks, you'll see that it will snap. Watch this.
Nice.
And up here on the display, it'll actually tell me the plugin and the channel as well.
And so it's got this quite deep integration with Ableton. Is that going to have to be to the same degree with other DAWs as well? Or is that going to require a little bit more setup?
That requires more development, which we're looking into right now.
Yeah.
Because we're doing that. MIDI mode, in MIDI mode, we've tested with Logic, Fruity Loops, and Reaper. But we'll be developing more dedicated modes as such.
And I guess the natural extension of this would be eventually maybe something with motorised faders as well. Have you guys considered that, maybe that down the line, or?
Hey, we just announced this yesterday. Give us a chance to breathe, mate, you know.
Of course, we got to ask.
But what we've also got here is, if I've got automation written in on Ableton in a clip or in arrangement mode, you can say here that this is automating. If I touch a knob I want to take over, no problem. I've now got control over that. If I want to go back to the automation that was written in Ableton, rearm on ROTO Control, and we've got it there again.
How much resistance is there when you grab one when it's moving? Is there any possibility of, like, obviously you don't want to feel like you're going to damage it, I guess?
No.
How have you achieved that in a mechanical sense?
Well, you'd have to sign a lot of documents for me to explain all that to you right now. I don't think we have the time. The CEO's not standing right here. I've got my colleague looking over me as well. And I don't want to lose my job. So,
fair enough.
Great question.
And what's the price?
Not much money. It is $419 USD ex tax.
That's pretty
Shipping
generous.
Now it should be in stores kind of next week or two, depending on your delivery service or store or territory where you are.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Aaron. And thank you, Music Radar.